somebody sees things the way I see things. But
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy, and
All
if you
right.
ask me a question in private, I'm going to tell you my answer. I'm not going to put your stuff out there on the Facebook and be a naughty man because sometimes I can say things that might hurt your itty bitty feelings. But
All
that
right,
brother
Doc.
came
We
on.
all right, Doc. We off in here, y'all. Y'all know how we do. It's bullet talk. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
goodness.
Real dog, man. Real dogs. This not that Wendy Williams shit. We not asking you about your mama. We not asking you about your sister, your cousin. We want to know what you and your dog can do, and it's not closed off to German shepherds, just dogs, not just bullies. We're gonna talk dogs, and I got to say, y'all know who I roll with. Y'all know anytime I have a dog, my dog got Greyline or got it in Greyline somewhere in it. And my mentor himself happens to be on the line. You feel me? Doc Gary Moore, Mr. Greyline, Mr. Blue Good himself. What's cracking, Doc?
Oh man, I'm just me, man. I got people. They say things. Sometimes you need to get your facts together, but you know, I'm a type of dude that I'm not really all out there. I'm kind of really humble, so I'm under the radar.
Right.
But there's some people that said some things, and it's nothing negative really. I don't take it in a negative perspective, but my brother, I'm gonna get the record straight. For whoever's listening to this right now, my brother Tony Moore started the Greyline Dogs. I'm a co uh, founder. I don't call myself the founder. My brother Tony Moore founded his bloodline. Okay, but there's things that people don't know. I'm older than Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Tony looked older than me because of his condition, but I was breeding pit bulls back in the day. I went and decided I wanted to go ahead and give up playing basketball and try to get me a scholarship. I joined the Navy because in Compton we have poverty, and you have to do something, especially if you grew up in the Ronald Reagan era, Reaganomics.
Mm-hmm. That
You have
crack
to do
ass.
something. You can be a statistic, or you can be a part of the solution to fighting for America's freedom. And I chose to join the United States Navy, and I was anti-military, but I did what I had to do, and I turned all of my game-bred dogs over to my brother, who got smarter and wiser through the encouragement of our father, who told my brother, get rid of the pound puppies. In case you don't know and you're listening, you have a pound puppy. No disrespect. Pound puppy is a dog with no history, like I started out with. And my brother turned it up a notch, and I was over in Japan. I came home on leave and got my first Gray Line dog, Moore's Gray Line Dallas, Blue Dallas. And I started breeding dogs over in Japan. So I'm not a sidekick by any means. I'm not a sidekick. People think, oh, his brother didn't take the line and this and that. Whatever you want to think, you can think what you want to. I did the best I could considering my circumstance. Not too many
Mm-hmm.
people in the military, especially the Navy, being in aviation where you go on board a ship and you go out to sea for 6 to 9 months, can do what I did in Japan, selling dogs in the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia.
I be telling people.
So I want to go ahead and clarify those facts. I didn't have time to be shore duty and raise dogs and do all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, don't get it twisted. I've been a force. My brother, he backed out on the dogs, and I know the reason. I'm not going to air him out. We have family problems, whatever. But I just want people to know that when you're fighting for America's freedom and you have dogs and you have a family, you have to be able to balance that all. And I did that. And I
Mm-hmm.
was lucky through the blessings of the Lord to be able to do that overseas and raise my kids around dogs and sell dogs to military people that transferred all throughout the Orient, South Pacific, Asia.
I told y'all Doc
And
was the
now
first to sell dogs overseas, man. Told y'all.
Tony is gone, but he's not gone in my heart. And he did things his way, but him and I, we butt heads a lot. But Tony bless my brother's soul. He know his older brother is, so we confide in each other when we was a team. He said, well, Gary, don't do that. I said, well, Tony, I'm doing this because of this. And Tony be like, oh, okay. Little brother always listens to big brother. Big brother listens to little brother because if you try to be one way, you won't go anyway, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know? So people got it, oh, he doesn't breed dogs anymore. I don't have to breed dogs. I love dogs. So if I'm not able to take care of dogs, why am I going to breed Greyline dogs and keep breeding them? And then the dogs live in filthy conditions. They are just jacked up. I watch all of this stuff on Facebook. I'm like, man, I'm not going to put myself in that position. I don't have kids in my house anymore. I'm trying to be a millionaire.
You're damn right.
Without screwing over anybody. I'm trying to go to the Shark Tank. People don't understand that. I don't sell snake oil. I sell dox oils.
Right.
And if they want the product, they can buy the product. But my thing is, sell something that your heart is behind.
Right.
Don't sell snake oil because you're trying to make millions of dollars. If you tell a friend, that friend will tell a friend, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Facebook is blowing up, and I'm getting ready to go to a new era, and that's going to be 2018, trying to get to 2017, and because I don't breed Greyline dogs, don't think I don't represent. If you think that, you got it all twisted. I got Greyline dogs in my yard. I got people, not very many, and I'm going to say only 2 people that I trust right now that I'm mentoring them to take over this. I can't handle this. This is something that I love, but I have to be very knowledgeable about it, and I got to be very smart about it. And I have to be able to entrust the people that I want to take over the Greyline blood. My daughter, she lives in Dallas. My son's in the Navy. My son can't do Greyline. He would if he wasn't in the Navy. He's protecting America's freedom, just like his dad. My daughter, she just had a baby, my granddaughter. So she doesn't have the property, but I am going to bless her with the property. There will not be a Greyline dog in my yard that will be extinct without my daughter and my son having the backings and the blessings from me. It's up to me to keep this going as far as what I can. But I'm not going to breed dogs, so you can talk about me. You got dogs running around and poop. Doc Moore don't roll like that. I'm country. I have a backyard. I have kennels. They might not be to your setting, your beautiful setting, but my dogs are fed right, bred right, have water. Poop gets cleaned up every day by me and my wife. It's not going to tell you how many dogs I have. That's none of your business.
Right.
I know that I have enough dogs in my yard that I can control. So, yeah, oh, you got the monster straw? Yeah. Just say I have nuclear weapons, and I have the stuff to be able to go back and throw back and slap you around if you want to be slapped around or you want to be ignorant. I have the stuff to go back and bomb you and remind you. So let's don't get that twisted. I just wanted people to hear that because people say things about me and they don't know nothing about me. Just know that my heart loves dogs. I love people that love dogs. When you're hustling and you're trying to make money off of dogs, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You want to get rich? Hey, get you a job.
Yep.
Dogs, it should be a hobby. Now I'm gonna back up now because I'm not knocking you people that do this. There's a lot of you that breed dogs and you're good at it. And you're like, why should I go ahead and work for somebody else when I can breed dogs? If you can have that in your heart and you're doing that the correct way and you're making money and your dogs are well loved and cared for and your name is good, don't worry about what I'm saying. I'm talking to the peddlers. Peddlers, you know who I'm talking to.
Okay, talk to him, Doc. Talk to him.
Breeding dogs that are not sound health. I won't even go into the name of them, but you know what I'm talking about. You breed these dogs that can't breathe. They're freaky. Think about what you're doing. You're Lucifer. You're breeding dogs. God gave man the knowledge to know how to breed dogs and know what's wrong. To take a dog and breed it to another dog that you know that has the same genetic defects. I call it gumbo breathing.
Yep.
You know who you are. The respiratory problems, hip dysplasia, the spinal problems, the breathing problems. You're just making money.
All
And
that
if you
wisdom,
can live
boy.
with that, live with that. That's you. Money will sell. You sell your soul to the devil. And I'm gonna close my little sermon and speech by saying, love the dogs.
Now look, y'all.
Okay.
Now look,
The
y'all.
dog's name spelled backward is what? What is the dog's name spelled backwards?
G-O-D.
God.
G-O-D.
I don't have anything else to say about that. I already said enough. I talked too
Hey,
much.
Wody.
Now look, y'all. Now see, now that right there is. I'm gonna show y'all something. I ain't called Doc on here to drop names and nothing. It's just to show y'all that the real dog men deal with me, for the simple fact they know my heart in this. You feel me? Like I deal with dogs, and Doc could tell you I'm like this in person. Like I got mad at the show. I'm like, y'all don't see who this is walking around. He in all y'all pedigrees. Y'all don't see this, Doc. Doc just cooling. Got his little Compton sweatshirt on. We walking around talking about some cool shit. I ain't forget. I remember our conversation. We talking about the figurines, the ones you got from Japan, the one you was telling me about the bully figurines, Doc. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still got mine.
Yeah. I remember that. Hey, we had a good ass conversation. And this man really, that's the part of being a dog man. Dog men befriend each other and you learn from one another. You know, like a lot of my breedings, you know what I mean, over the years talking to Doc, a lot of his influence is the reason I made these puppies. And I was able to do it the right way. You know, I listened to him. I know how to bend his blood and stuff and get what you want out of it. Y'all want to listen and chase everything else, man, because y'all not being taught nothing because y'all don't want to listen. You feel me? Y'all feel like y'all could tell these vets what to do, and they was around when we was just sparks in the nutsack. All right, hold on. That's my producer there. Hold on, producer. Hold on. Cause I got to get somewhere. Hold on, y'all. We trying to make sure we don't have no technical difficulties because we got the MJ of the bully world, the Godfather himself on the line. You know, he.
Hey man, I'm standing here at this 12-year-old specimen, man. Bruh.
Okay.
This dog look good, man.
And that's what it's about. Like, Doc, how old is the oldest dog in your yard right now?
Right now, shit, I just lost one that was 15 years old.
See, they
The only
young.
one I have right now is actually young, and that dog is my game bred bitch. I won't disclose her bloodline,
Okay.
but that bitch is like 12 years old, and she got all her teeth in her mouth,
Okay.
and she's treated naturally, herbally.
It's cutting out, bro.
She had one rabies shot. I don't give dogs shots. Watch out for shots.
Y'all
That's
hear
another
that?
thing. Remember mercury. Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
The vet tells you, oh, they got to have a shot every year. No, they don't, dumbasses.
Mm-hmm.
They want your money, Big Brother Pharmaceuticals.
Yup.
One rabies shot, and you can go ahead and give them the annual booster shot at 1 year old, and you can go ahead and never give them another shot again. They'll live to be 15, 20 years old.
Yup. That's why PB wonder why my
They're
dogs don't be having.
brainwashed, veterinarian.
Yeah. I remember when you taught me about that. We was talking about that when I stayed out there in Texas. You was telling me about the mercury and be careful. When I remember when I had the little litter out there with Bridget and shit. You was telling me to be careful of when I was giving the shots, cause you helped me through that. Remember when the puppy had the little fungus and you was telling me what to put on the puppy and whatnot. You can see.
Yep.
And you wasn't lying either, cause when we didn't give him his shot, his hair grew right back. It was the mercury in them shots that made my puppy's hair fall out. And see, I didn't use
But
that.
I don't want people to think that I'm anti. I don't want people to get the notion that, oh, he's anti-medicine. No, I'm not. I'm just smart.
Yeah, he know what your dog need and what it don't need.
Big Brother Pharmaceuticals is not going anywhere. You talk herbal, they don't want to hear you. Like, how did you cure that dog with heartworms? My boy in Dallas, Marvin, he's a musician. He said, a guy named Doc Moore in Corpus Christi, Texas, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you. And the guy was like, what did you do? And he's like, I can't tell you that. You guys told me that it was going to cost $3,500 for surgery, $800 for the medicine. And I went to a guy in Corpus Christi named Doc Moore, and he cured my dog. It took 120 days, and that's why my dog is negative. And he left. He paid him the office visit and the blood work, and he left. And they looked at him like he was yummy to dummy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, and that's how you build up people, regular working people, everyday people, by helping them. People don't know. They're on Facebook. Everybody's a doctor on Facebook. And
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
claiming I'm a doctor, but I'm claiming I'm somebody with some freaking common sense, and I read lots of books to the cover to the end. And I guess that's okay, because I don't go to the vet that much. My
Right.
annual bill is less than $50 for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And that's
You
how
know?
that's how it's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to go to the vet unless your dog just done got split open in these staples.
Dude, don't
You-
get me.
you
Don't
know.
get me started. We're talking about Bravecto, NexGard. Go ahead, give your dog Bravecto and NexGard. It kills mange mites, stores in your dog's liver. You're going to add some, what do you call that, steroid shots,
Mm-hmm.
toxifying the dog's liver. The liver is the brain of all organs in the body. You detoxify the liver, you handle 80% of your problems with your dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody listening to this, you can get with this or you can get with that.
Huh? Huh?
You can get with this or you can get with that. They want easy cures. The vet, they love their vets, man. The vets, man, they don't have our best interest. Let's go back to dogmen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to reading stuff. Let's go back to finding out information.
Putting hands
And
on
people-
these dogs.
They got these dogs, they breed them. If you're going to breed something like, I'm going to give you an example. If I want to breed horses, Arabian horses, you best believe 1 year before I start doing it, I'm going to have every book I can possibly have on Arabian horses. So I don't know what's going on. So nobody's going to bamboozle me.
Mm-hmm.
No?
And that's
Hey,
what they
is
get.
Mr. Novocaine on?
Oh, yeah. He right there, doc. You know, yeah. That's my ace
Okay,
brother.
Yeah, I'm on my own. I didn't want to interrupt, man. I was actually talking with somebody real quick. But what's up? What's up, Doc?
Oh, man, I was just asking about you because you guys, you do the raw feeding, and you always talk about raw feeding and stuff, and I like that because a lot of these people were so ignorant. They'll say, oh, don't feed them raw. They're not wild anymore. And I just be looking at them like, oh, my goodness, please.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
this guy,
it's a major difference with the raw compared to kibble, man. And I just had an incident trying to put my big puppy on kibble, back on kibble, and it really messed him up. But after putting him laying back on raw for 3-4 days, he was back to normal. But it went as far as messing up his gut to where he had an overabundance of mucus. And I did a stool sample for 72 hours. I ran it underneath the microscope. I checked for all the parasites. There was nothing going on. It was just that kibble wasn't reacting with his body right. So I got him back off that crap, man.
see, he said microscope. Microscope. You can buy one from Walmart.
Yeah.
He's talking about a microscope. Not many people are going to talk about a microscope because they can't even spell it. And that's where you can tell. That's where you can save yourself a lot of money in vet bills. A microscope. You want to breed? Okay. The dog's semen. We're talking about a microscope. You're going to go to the vet and they're going to charge you hundreds of dollars for that stupid crap? How about a microscope, a Walmart microscope? You're going to go, you're doing an AI? Really? Okay, you're doing an AI. How do you know he's not sterile? A microscope. Novocaine said it all. This is a smart guy. See? That's the type. He is the type of person that has the mentality to go really far in his breeding program. Along with you, Mr. Torrey. And I only commend you guys because I watch you. I sit back and watch you. I don't say much. Sensei don't have to say much. Just watch. Now, when you screw up and you're talking some stuff you don't need to be talking is stupid, then, yeah, I'll say something.
Yeah.
You got to think like
Believe-
the way you bred, the way y'all made Fuba and Diego and Cali, man, and the way y'all even made Gotti. Like, people don't understand, like, how y'all made, you know, them dogs to where they could reproduce themselves over and over, if not better. Because it's the way y'all made the breedings. And then how people took the blood that y'all had, the way it was inbred, to make Pate's Blue Beast, to make Lightning Thunder, to make Mojo his brother. I mean, come on, like, if y'all don't understand, like, the man was making these bully type dogs, I mean, effortlessly, him and his brother. I mean, like, they knew what they was doing. They was inbreeding when it was unheard of, when it was faux pas. They looked at this man like, nah, you ain't supposed to inbreed no dog, because back then line breeding was the thing to do. You know, you got the best out of the line, the champion here, the champion there, and you took them together. That's why they try to put it down as Watuka Spirit being the way he was bred. Watuka Spirit was line bred, he wasn't inbred, but only in his back end. That's why they claim that Watuka. Go ahead, Doc.
My brother, he got what's her name? Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Showtime came from a lady named Candace Eckert in Long Beach, California, right?
Okay.
And I don't care what nationality you are. When you listen, I'm going to break it down to you and tell you some stuff. It might hurt your feelings, but I really don't give a damn.
This bully talk, Doc, is uncut.
The dog was sold. The dog was sold from a Hispanic guy. Hispanic brother sold Tony Showtime. Now, he went against the grain. Candace did not want that dog sold to anybody. She wanted that dog sold back to her if he got rid of it. I only know the guy's first name. He's Hispanic, and he really helped my brother out. His name was Rob. He sold Candace Little Starfire. No, I take it back. That's the mother's name. It's Showtime. She's in all those books. Little Starfire. That dog ended up in Tony Moore's hands, and Tony Moore did shit, excuse my French, that people didn't want to do because it was taboo. And Tony, he educated himself real fast to start the Greyline blood in Los Angeles, California. See, inbreeding dogs, mother to son, father to daughter, was taboo. You don't do that. So you make friction with the UKC when you do that. And you got these breeders like her. She was mad because this Negro, Tony Moore, was putting these big-headed, big dogs with big heads. And I say big dog, I'm not talking about no mastiff crap. I'm talking about dogs 80 pounds solid, 85 at the max, solid, by inbreeding them. Taboo. And then, you know, him and Warren Westbrook is our homie. Well, he wasn't really our homie when we was in high school, but because he's a blood and we were Crips and stuff. And he married our homegirl, Candace Eckert. Now, people don't know that Warren had a show out called the Westbrook Family.
Yep, Westbrook Girl.
It used to be on BET. Well, that's my homie. I call him my homie now because Tony and him have a history. Without Tony, Warren Westbrook, and Oliver Delacruz, there's no Greyline, really. So you have to share the wealth.
Yeah.
You know? But just to show people that the blood and the Crip came together and made a bloodline. People leave Warren out all the time, man, and I'm gonna make sure that Warren is not left out because he has the do good, which made the blue good.
Yep, Camacho.
You know? So even though we come from different walks of life, and his neighborhood was down the street, and we didn't get along, blah, blah, blah. But as we got older as grown men, we put that little Crip and blood stuff to the side. Because I'm going to tell you something about Warren. Warren has some dogs, man. I won't get too deep into it. He has some big dogs that would come over in the neighborhood, and they would be using them for the wrong purposes. That's all I'm going to tell you. And he was a threat. But Tony Moore became friends with Warren through our homegirl, Candace Williams, before her name was Westbrook. So whenever you talk about Greyline, you talk about do-good. Now, people forget about Oliver Delacruz. Oliver and Tony did the first Greyline breeding, and I got a puppy off of that named Moore's Blue Dallas. And Oliver and Tony were what started the Greyline dogs, and Warren enhanced it. See, I can't say Warren started it with him because then I would be taking over Oliver Delacruz's credit. Each one of them deserved their credit in different ways. Tony and Oliver Delacruz started it. Warren Westbrook and Tony Moore perfected it. I think that's the safest way to say it. So there's a story to be told, man. I got to make the Greyline. I got all the videos. Rest in peace, Tony Moore. I got all the videos. I'm still working on my documentary, man. I got a guy, man, from Long Beach, California called Big Crunch. You can Google him. B-I-G, spells it in capital. Crunch is with a K instead of a C. He's a rapper. He does all kinds of stuff. But he told me when I'm ready to do this, let's make the money. That's what he told me. And I'm like, well, I don't want to just make money. I want to tell a story about how it all started. So he's with me. So if you get a chance, just go Google Big Crunch. He made the billboards in his rap music. His name is Derek Tate, T-A-T-E. He's Lorenzo Tate's cousin, first cousin, Lorenzo Tate. I met him through my sister when I was in Cali. So that's the guy that's going to help me do the DVD, the documentary. I'm not trying to make no little fast money with a DVD. I'm trying to make a multi-million-dollar documentary.
Yeah, because y'all, bro, because, dog, you and everybody to cut y'all, dog. People got to realize something, y'all. Listen, reason I made this show, me and my partners, was the fact that we tired of hearing the same old. Y'all be bringing up names and don't call these people. Y'all be bringing up folks' families, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And this man is really like the godfather to this shit. Not no razor's edge. Y'all hear it when this man say this stuff started. Some of us was children. I wasn't even born then. So y'all got to realize, like, this man is the godfather to this shit. And I ain't saying, we ain't saying come, kiss no ass, no shit like that. But y'all got to realize who y'all following and who y'all overlooking. Because had it not been for him and his brother, a lot of our dogs would not be here. Because a lot of them, even Razor's Edge dogs, went to Greyline. Greyline is the backbone to a lot of stuff. I'm going to break something down to y'all right quick. The way a lot of them dogs was made, that to keep them back into the generations they are, we're now just being able to actually use his blood to where his blood is influencing a lot of the dogs now, especially when you have true Gotti dogs that were coined off of his Greyline, him and his brother's Greyline dogs. And that's where you get a lot of bone, a lot of drive, and a lot of drive comes from his dogs.
Drive. You said it right.
Drive.
Speak it.
Like my dog Kato, he is a Greyline dog. He is a pocket. I find, like, I would not have a dog without my dogs in it. That's the only reason I like Denzel so much, because he come off a thug. That's the only reason I like Denzel so much. You know I love Thug. Doc, you know I love Thug and Pace Blue Beach. You know them my two. You know them my two.
Oh, yeah.
You know I love Thug because it's like he lived. And Jay Smooth, that's what people don't understand.
The mama was Silver Blue Good, right? Out of my yard.
People don't realize that the way she could throw big dogs like that, because a lot of the big dogs that was behind her that y'all use. You know what I mean? But y'all bred her just right to where she was still a nice standard looking bitch. But she gave that big behind dog. You know what I mean? And because I think it was more or less
they bred that dog, Silver Blue, that got bred to little blue and white dog, Bully Blue Winkle.
Yeah. That size he threw.
What's her name?
Yeah,
what's that lady's name? Jane. What's her name from Dallas, man? Yeah. She used to crop ears.
I forgot that lady's name because she a little legend with that ear cropping down there. Like they say that lady cropped some ears like a magic wand, boy. So they be some nice sets too.
Yeah.
In Dallas. Jennifer, I think it's Jennifer something, ain't it? I forgot because somebody else was talking to me about that later. One of my homies from Texas. But they
It'll cook you later. Jay Benedict.
Okay, yeah.
Calling me on the phone, you Benedict.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Benedict. That was her name. People forget about her. People in Dallas and all that area, they know about Jay Benedict. She had Bully Blue Winkle, she purchased that dog from Warren Westbrook. So there you have it. Gary Doc Moore's specimen meets Warren Westbrook, Tony Moore's brother.
Yeah. Thug was that dude.
Thug, you can't tell me if Thug was still alive, he would win UKC, ABKC shows because he's an original bully.
Yes, sir. Hey, they don't get it. Hey, I be trying to tell y'all, listen, man, y'all need to shut this up. My phone about to go dead. You know what I mean? This was a surprise guest. That's why I tricked y'all today with the Miyagi shit. I'm not finna keep talking about the same old. This was a special treat, you feel me, to be able to talk to, like I said, the Bully Godfather. You know, my talking ass got quiet, you know, and I hate to cut it short because I don't want the feed just to go dead. I want to keep this like a real show. Doc, I appreciate you for coming on, Doc, and taking the time to bless us. Tell them where they can get your oil at right quick, Doc.
You can get the oils from my website, www.oils.com. Google it. I'm here to help everybody with problems with their dogs that don't want to get screwed over by the veterinarian. www.docsoils.com. That's how you can find me. We're here to help you. And I got other products besides the oil and the shampoo. I sell treats. You want to train a dog? I got that. So I'm going to wrap it up with that. I'm going to bore the hell out of you with that. But that's what I do. Besides, I don't breed dogs like I used to. I'm here to help my fellow Americans.
But there y'all have it. I'm going to hit everybody back. Let me shut this down. I'm going to hit everybody back in a minute, y'all. All right, y'all. There y'all have it. That was the crew. That's Doc Moore that was on the line. Y'all tune in next time. We're going to have the real, the uncut, man. It's none of this Wendy Williams, none of this talking about dogs, nothing but dogs talking dogs. So next time, tune in, man. You'll be shocked who we have.